So the NFL season starts tonight. And did you know that more than 75 million Americans are now playing fantasy football? You probably did, because you and everybody you know is playing fantasy football. Now, while many of us obsess about drafting the right players and making the right moves, financial professional Kevin Klug from Secure Retirement Solutions says fantasy football can actually teach us some lessons about managing our money, and he's here with all that information. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so what makes up the perfect fantasy football team?
Well, there's some lessons we can learn from last year's stars that can help make the perfect financial fantasy team.
Okay, so we're going to put a fantasy team together, and each player represents something about managing our money. And you got to start with the quarterback.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, of course. He's a leader of the Packers, and you need a leader. You need that quarterback because it's a team effort, and there's a lot for one person to do. So it's important to have someone that can guide you, find a trusted professional that can help you navigate through the changes leading up to retirement. Call that audible and get you back on track for a comfortable retirement.
Yeah, because we don't always know what's best. The experts.
A team of experts. You want to work with somebody.
They study it.
Yeah.
They study the game plan, don't they?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, who's your running back?
Doug Martin. He's Tampa Bay running back. He had two pretty poor years a few years ago, and he had a bounce back year last year. He finished second in rushing last year. And when it comes back to bouncing back when retirement planning, think to your 401ks, contributions. Right now, under 50, you can contribute up to $18,000 into your 401k and $5,500 into an IRA. Bouncing back or catching up, if you're 50 or over, you can put an additional $6,000 into your 401k and an additional $1,000. So it just helps you bounce back and catch up. If you need some help, go to my website, calculator on there at srsplans.com.
All right. Your wide receiver.
Julian Edelman, Randall Cobb, these are two receivers that were quarterbacks in high school. They knew they had to make the adjustments in high school and college.
Okay.
And they made the adjustment. They're now wide receivers in the NFL and very successful. So when it comes to making adjustments in retirement planning, you can't just set it and forget it. You have to have someone that's going to work with you, make the adjustments, because there's a lot of things that change as you're leading up to retirement. Marriage, children, school, divorce, unfortunately, maybe death. And you really have to have someone that can help you make those adjustments to help you stay in the game.
And you need a tight end.
You need a tight end. Rob Gronkowski, he's one of the top draft choices in the league, and if not one of the top players each year. And he's what we call in fantasy drafts a no-brainer. You want to get him on your team. When it comes to retirement planning, you have to have a no-brainer where you're making contributions to your 401k. Companies are matching some of those contributions, and only a third of the people that are making contributions into the 401ks are taking full advantage of that company match. If you're not, you're leaving money on the table. You're throwing money away.
Not a good idea.
No, you want to use, my recommendation, about 10 to 15% of your salary each year into your 401k. If you're not there yet, work each year to increase that, but at least get to the amount that the company's matching.
Perfect. And you need a kicker.
Kicker, longevity, think long term. Start early, save early. Adam Vinatieri, he's an Indianapolis Colts. He's 21 years in the league, 43 years old, oldest player in the league, and third in all-time scoring. And we have to think long term when it comes to savings. Start early, whether it's college or retirement, even in a low interest rate environment, just start putting money away, and just like scoring points each game, 20 plus years, he's the third leading scorer. It can add up and keep you and put you in a position for a good retirement.
And that's your fantasy team when it comes to managing your money. If you want to get that worksheet that Kevin talked about, srsplans.com, we put a link right on our website. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Rachel.
And we'll be right back. You're watching Good Day Wisconsin.